Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to grow sunflowers in these mini containers that you can save from buying cakes. So this is a cake container, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna flip it upside down and use this as a tray, and this is going to be a cover. So here are the sunflower seeds, and it's best to soak these around 8 to 12 hours before planting. It does help with the germination, but it's not required. If you have fresh seeds, they should be fine. I have my own soil mixture here, but if you don't have soil, you can buy potting mix and that should work. Okay, so once you have added the soil, then we're going to add our seeds, and you want a good cover over the top. Okay, now that we have added the seeds, make sure it has a nice cover over the surface because you want them to grow nice and full. And then we'll add another thin layer. Okay, you can gently pat it down. It's fine. Sunflowers don't mind. And then you want to give it a nice thorough water, but don't make so much water that there's a puddle here. Okay, my soil is pretty dry, so that's why it looks like that. But because this container doesn't have any holes and I'm growing this inside, I want to keep it nice and clean. It's best to have those double 10 by 20 trays so that you can have the ones with holes at the top, and then the one at the bottom would not have any holes, so it can catch the water. So that would be good. But since we're using this, just watch the amount of water you give the plants or the seeds. You don't want it to be like standing water. Okay, we'll put this over, and then we'll leave it somewhere. You can leave it on your counter. I'm gonna put this in my grow tent because I have a grow space inside, but it doesn't need light to grow. So in a few days they will sprout even without any lights. So I'll show you what to do once they sprouted. Okay, here it is. That's where it's gonna sit. It's not sitting under the tent or under the light or anything like that. It's gonna sit outside, and we'll give it a few days to sprout, so I'll come back and show you. Alright guys, it has been 4 days now, and here are what the sunflowers look like. So it will sprout around day 2, and then day 3 it will push the lid up a little bit. It'll have soil all over the top here, and when you see that, you just come by and just try to push the soil back down so that it can go back into the container. And sometimes there's seeds that are on top and it'll get pushed to the top. Just take those and then also force it down to the bottom, just like this here. And notice that it's pretty yellow, and that's because the lid has been on top. And when you grow microgreens, you actually want that. You want the seeds to sprout nice and tall. When they're lacking light, they'll stretch and look for light, and then they will become this yellow color here. That's because it's not getting any sun or getting any light, and that's exactly what we want. Okay, so there it is right there. Just push the soil down, and then give it a little bit of water, clean it up a little bit, and just do just like that. And then wait a few more days and they should be ready. So I will be back and I will show you what they look like soon. Forgot to mention, if you're wondering, go ahead and put the lid back on, like on top like this, and allow the sunflower to push the lid up some more. So we will be back in a few days, and I will show you what they look like. Alright guys, today is day number 5 and look at these sunflowers. They're just sprouting right out of the sides right here. I have a lid on top to try to push it down because if you push it down, all of the sunflowers will try to grow up and then it keeps going and then it's sort of like trying to keep it even. But because we have so many that it just pushed the lid all the way up and it's sprouting outside, and those that turn green are the one that actually saw light from my tent. So I placed it outside right here of my tent so it gets a little bit light, and let's see what it looks like today. So look at that, you see? So the lid with some weight is basically for trying to keep the plant growing at a steady height on all of them. And as you can see, the middle, which gets no light, is still yellow, and then the sides where it came out, that gets some light, so it started to turn green. So at this point, this is day number 5, you can actually remove the lid and just allow the plants to grow for 2 more days. It grows better when the temperature is warmer. So if your room is around 70 to 75 degrees Fahrenheit, it'll grow very fast. But if you have a cooler temperature, like in the 50s degrees Fahrenheit, then it will grow a little bit slower. So the warmth does help the plants or microgreens grow a lot faster. So we'll come back soon, and I will let you see what they look like in a few days. Make sure to check your container. If it needs water, give them water, because there's a lot of plants in here and they will drink very quickly. So you can tell by the weight of your container. If it's light, that means you may need some water. So just monitor and water accordingly. Alright guys, it has been 6 days now and my microgreens are ready. These sunflowers are beautiful today because I took them outside and allowed them to get some sun. So within an hour or two, they started to turn this beautiful green color here. So they are ready in day number 6. When you grow this, it may grow a little slower depending on the weather condition, like how cold it is. So if it's nice and warm, in 6 to 7 days they're ready. If it's a little bit cooler, so it may require 10 days. So just harvest them whenever you want. You see how tall they are, and that is because in the beginning we shield them away from light, and when you do that they stretch. So that is why I did it in the beginning. I want them to stretch, so now I can just go here and cut and I get a nice stock of microgreens to use. They're excellent in salads. You can just snack on them. I've also cooked with them as well, but I think they're best when they're fresh. So that is how easy it is to grow microgreen, guys. They don't take very long. So try them out and you will be amazed at your results. I have a ton of other videos on microgreens and sprout that I've done in the past, so I'll try to link you guys so you can see it. But that is it for now. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave it below, and thank you so much for watching.